My friend's husband just discovered her secret Discord account we were using to communicate. She's being beaten and starved with no way out. Our friend is stuck in an abusive relationship, and she can't leave because that means leaving her kids behind, and she's not sure he wouldn't hurt the kids in her absence. He won't let her work, won't let her leave unless it's for grocery shopping, won't let her use his car, and won't let her have her own money to save up to buy a car. If she's not constantly cleaning or cooking, he'll hurt her. He's very methodical about his abuse. He only ever hits her where it would be hidden under clothing and never hard enough to do permanent or long-lasting damage. He is obsessed with presenting this affable family man image to others, including his own family. He even prevents her from eating her own food, saying she doesn't deserve it for not keeping the place completely spotless all of the time, so she spends most of her time hungry but sneaks bites when she knows he's distracted. The pandemic turned his job into a work-from-home position, and he took full advantage of it to keep her under his thumb. He's always watching her, almost always at home, so he can prevent her from enjoying herself or force her to do chores. The only time she can get some time to herself is when he's sleeping, which means she's often sleep-deprived. She has no support system, no real-life friends, and her family isn't an option because she's the eldest sibling, and her parents had way too many kids, literally a full house, so she can't count on them for help. While he doesn't hurt the kids, they've witnessed their dad abuse their mom their entire lives. I've asked her repeatedly to call 911, and she said she can't because if her husband ends up in jail, which I doubt considering how abysmal the justice system is at punishing abusers, she won't get alimony and child support. I don't know enough about the American legal system to say if that's true or not. She's afraid that if she calls 911, she'll be out of a place to stay with 2 kids, no car, and no job. She's also afraid she wouldn't be able to get a job above minimum wage because of the gap in her resume. I can't physically travel to help her or even offer her a place to stay. The most I've been able to do is donate money that she can stash away for the future. At this point, I only see the abuse stopping if her eldest steps in when he's older and big enough to physically overpower his dad, and that's if he doesn't turn out like his dad. My friend's husband also had an abusive father, and look how that turned out. Today, some concerning messages came from her account. I'm sorry, I need to tell you guys that I am not a good person. I have lied because I am addicted to video games and junk, I am selfish, and I have gone behind my husband's back to get all of it. I have lied about my husband, and I have lied about everything I have ever said. He is not a bad person, he's an amazing person that never deserved to be talked badly about. I didn't deserve anything from any of you, so I will send any money you've sent me back as soon as I can. I'm going to stay long enough to make sure you all have seen this message and that you know the truth, that I am a terrible liar, and then I will be deleting my Discord and going to focus on making everything I can up to my husband and his family. I don't want to be contacted, I just want to be left alone to do the right thing for once. I'm only responding to tell you not to speak about my husband like that. He didn't do anything wrong. Honestly, I don't even care if you don't believe me because it doesn't even matter. Just leave him out of it, and don't speak about him that way. It's my fault, and I won't have anyone talk badly about him any longer. Please tell me what I can do, and to clarify some things, I'm Canadian, so I know very little about the intricacies of the US legal system. My other friends in our group chat are also trying to look into what they can do, but we thought making a Reddit post would increase our chances of helping her. Edit. He didn't know about the Discord account before. He would routinely check her phone for anything suspicious, including messaging apps, and every time she wanted to talk to us, she'd download the app and delete it before she fell asleep. I'm assuming he either caught her or discovered the app on her phone because she thought he would be too distracted by New Year's celebrations with his family. During the day, he monitors all her phone calls. As in, he's physically nearby and makes her hang up if she says something he doesn't like. We tried checking into multiple DV organizations, and one even said we shouldn't call the cops at all, but I don't think we have a choice not to. CPS has been called, they took our report, the police too, and they conducted a wellness check but they said she's fine and that the kids are okay. Update 1. So, after the police were absolutely useless, I remembered my friend told me that her husband made her check and deal with the mail because he felt it was too much of a chore. Initially, I was going to mail an anonymous letter with addresses and contact information for various local and national domestic violence organizations. We also contacted the 911 emergency cell phone bank, and they said they'd make contact with a local organization to get a new phone for her. No idea, that's still a work in progress right now. Her sister responded to us, and she believed us. Apparently, they had their own suspicions that he was treating her badly but didn't know the extent of it. We told her we didn't think the cops separated her sister and her husband when doing the welfare check, and my friend's sister definitely thought the same. She's not fond of law enforcement either from the looks of it. So the sister forwarded her mom's contact information, and we gave her mom a link to a drive with all the screenshots we took of my friend detailing the abuse so she can look at it anytime she wants. Unfortunately, that's when our friend contacted one of us through Discord to yell at us. First through a call, then through chat. Her family apparently was a bit more communicative as of late, and with the welfare check, her husband was extra suspicious. She basically screamed to leave her alone, said she has a family that's relying on her, and that she'll sue if we keep contacting her family. She kept insisting that she was a liar, that her husband is a good man who did nothing wrong, and that she was going to be better for her family. So he definitely threatened her with manipulative BS about homelessness and custody of the kids, and he's definitely the one behind the legal threat. My friend didn't even know what her legal options were when it came to custody and alimony. Why would she suddenly feel confident enough to sue? We told her mom about the latest things she sent, and she said she understood and she would take it from here. She thanked us for going out of our way to contact her family and that we did the right thing. It's possible our friendship with our maybe ex-friend is irrevocably damaged. My parting message to her was that if he has ever put his hands around her neck, she has a 750% chance of him unaliving her. Guess he didn't like that because he snapped at me to stop it. There were little giveaways in the way she was typing that were obviously him. The only way I can see us ever talking again is if she contacts us from a new account after months of being physically away from him. Hopefully, her family can get through to her. We've done all we can, and it couldn't have happened without your advice and suggestions. Thank you so much for helping.